What do you mean that all white town failed? How could a self proclaimed superior race fail at anything? It's so many of them that don't want to be around other races. How do you fail at building something for you by you? If every white racist moved to that town and support that town, y'all should be good. Your own government, your own restaurants, your own little honky tonks. But you failed. Give black people a chance to do something like that. And don't tear it down and watch what happens. Give Hispanic people a chance to build something like that and watch what would happen without tearing it down. Complain, complain, complain. Jeez.
So did y'all hear about the people that are moving to Arkansas? They want to build their own town. Stop it. So did you know also that now they are begging the government to help them? They want money for housing. They want money for food. I thought you were so above everyone and you can only be white to live here. Really? Use your whiteness and all that money that you claim you have and build your own town the way you said. No one cared. No one cared that you had that land, that you only wanted white people. You had to put in an application and they can deny your application because you weren't white enough and you weren't superior enough. Oh, really? So why do you need that same government to assist you, boo? That doesn't even make good common sense. And then they claim that they're so great at building and architecture and engineering, but they're not even qualified. If you look up the qualifications in their town, they don't match. So the only qualifications it looks like they have, I'm white.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, there's a group of white people. They went ahead and create white only town in Arkansas. So after creating this white only town, they didn't want to allow any black person to go inside this white only town. But black people, they listened and they told them that in fact you need to build a very big wall so that you can be separated from us. And as black people, we don't want to come to a white only town. So this white only town, it has really been going down simply because they cannot find black workers, simply because the black people, they cannot go there and try to help them to build their white only town. They want them themselves to build this white only town. So this white only town, it has been falling down, and right now they are begging help from black people. So kindly guys, watch this video till the end, then I'll be back with more comment. All credits goes to the original creator of the video. I'm your host, Dash Lifestyle.
Whites decided that they were going to build an all-white town, and it failed. Of course it did, because what are you going to use in your all-white town that wasn't made by a black person? I just want to know what invention you plan on using in your all-white town that is not part of modern day technology. You can't even have a stoplight.
I support the idea of a whites only town, but only because I want those racist bigots out of my fucking city. If all of the racists live in one little town, honestly, you're doing us a community service because we don't want you here. It's so funny to watch white supremacists get pressed over the fact that we don't give a fuck that they are creating their own little whites only town. Like, if you're gonna be a racist bigot, honestly, I think the best thing you can do is go create your own little town so we don't have to fucking deal with you. If all of the bigots live in one town, I know where to avoid and who not to talk to. At that point, you're doing community service.
Whites only community. Only white people are gonna be allowed. Oh, probably shouldn't listen to that. So only white people are gonna be allowed. What do you mean people aren't mad about that? Okay, but they're supposed to get really mad about it. Well, how about not just only whites, but no Jews either? We want whites only that are non-Jews. And we have the best attorney. Nobody's suing us over this? What do you mean nobody cares? Just laughing? No, I mean, Arkansas, the great state of northern Arkansas, who doesn't want to come to this community of ours? No one wants to come to Arkansas. The real estate agent told us everyone wanted that piece of property. Okay, well, so we'll just start in Arkansas, and then we're gonna move to Missouri. Missouri's even prettier. Still nobody? How about I say it louder? whites only community. We're gonna broadcast it, let everyone know, only whites, non-Jewish. How segregated can we get this? Still no, okay, so we'll call this whole thing Return to the Land. Does that make people mad? It does, because it's funny coming from white people returning to a land that was never theirs. Okay, so we'll call it Return to the Land. We'll start in Arkansas, expand to Missouri. What if we say we're gonna go into all 50 states? Does that make people mad? They're still ignoring us. How is the top liked comment, no one gives a shit? Okay, well we need to set up some interviews. The second most liked comment is Good Riddance Whiteys. Okay, now I'm offended. We need to get this on national news because we want people pissed off, because that's the only way we can feel anything emotionally, you know. Who's gonna build our homes? What about the Mexican restaurants? Who's gonna open and run those? I don't know if we thought this all the way through.
Funniest part about that whites only town in Arkansas, black folks ain't mad, and you're mad, we not mad. So there's a brand new whites only town in Arkansas, and the gag is black people don't even care. Now, I've seen the comments. Aren't black people upset? Why are you mad about this? We gonna clear this up right now. Nobody's upset, poo-poo. See, the one thing black people ain't gonna do is lose sleep over other people that want to create a safe space for themselves. Build your own little town, plant a flag, that's fine. Hang a welcome sign, whatever makes you feel good. Honestly, we gotta be real about something, because I saw the interviews, I saw the clips. This ain't a town of exceptional people. I mean, think about it. If you drop everything to move to this town, you probably already didn't have much going on anyway, right? And that's not shade, that's facts. So the question is, again, why should black folks care? This is the part that cracks me up the most. Y'all want us to care. I see the confusion in your eyes. I see it. Y'all like, don't the blacks care? Don't they want to be where we are? Nah. We just want to make sure when we build our communities, we're not cheated out of the things that we're supposed to have. That's all we care about, boo. And it's wild because history has shown, as soon as black people do build their own thriving spaces, what happened? Some of your people roll up and burn the whole thing down. But we're supposed to believe now y'all just want to be left alone. Child, I'm going to tell you what really gave it away for me, though. The fact that they ran to the media. That's not privacy, y'all. That's desperation. Numbers must be low. If you got to beg the evening news to let them know that you exist, waitlist my ass. See, if black folks were building their town, the media would be the last people that we want to know about it. We gatekeep. We ain't trying to broadcast. But y'all couldn't wait to hold a press conference. That's not security, that's thirst. So no, we're not upset, we're not jealous, we're not even plotting to crash your party. Because truth be told, we really don't care. And honestly, that's what really bothers y'all.
So they're building whites-only towns and communities in Missouri and Arkansas, where whites, and only whites, no other race at all, can live, can shop, can mingle and do things of that nature. And I'm guessing when they released this information, or when they came up with this great idea, they thought that it was going to ruffle some people's feathers. And in all actuality, nobody gives a fuck. Because the truth of the matter is, they actually thought that all white people were going to be involved with it. We're going to be for it. And they said, hey, you know what? We're going to make the world this way. Everybody's not like you. And now they're getting a taste of reality, and they see that the people that they thought were going to be with them is not with them. That a lot of good white people are on their ass. Sidebar, Arkansas and Missouri is just Arkansas and Missouri. Nobody wants to come to Arkansas and Missouri. We can use New York for an example. You can't do shit like that in places like New York. You might get your head taken off. And a lot of other places. But reality of the situation is they didn't think all of this shit out. So, truth of the matter is, if you are making whites only towns, the 5 people or 10 people that's going to be in those towns, you can stay in those towns. Enjoy. It's definitely a new day. And everybody's not with the bullshit. Keep Arkansas and Missouri. It's all right. We're fine. I'm out.
These effing unwashed butt cracks that are moving to their strange little girl bye village in Arkansas or Missouri or where the fuck ever, it's all the same shit. Let them go. That's what I say. Let them the fuck go. Like, who fucking cares? I know a lot of white people right now are crashing out. When I say that, I mean the liberals who are worried about the racist aspects of this. Yeah, they're horrible people, though. Like, if they want to self-segregate, let them. Like, see ya. I mean, they're going to have garden hoses attached to, like, rainwater buckets, and they're going to bathe themselves in, like, bye. Like, these are weirdos. Like, who cares? Not to mention, yeah, they're racist. So please, yes, find a way out. I mean, I've been trying to figure out how we can get rid of them in our communities as it is. This is great. They're doing it themselves at their own expense. Perfect. And I will say, for that one creator on here that has gone around talking about, oh, we would really love it if black people did the same thing, created functioning, financially strong communities. Bitch, do you know American history? There are 45 million examples of how the second that black people did that and had thriving communities, they were razed to the ground. I mean, I went to college in Oklahoma. Tulsa race riots. Oh, what? Their Black Wall Street there, destroyed. All because some white woman decided that a black boy in a building was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and she didn't like how he looked. And I'm simplifying that so much, but like, she was just started a whole race riot that destroyed that community. Central Park was built on Seneca. I'm forgetting the other word, but yeah, a black community that was thriving there as well had their own post office. Like, when I lived in New York City and I found that out, like, you can see it when you go through the tours and everything. Like, what the fuck? Like, you think that it's this beautiful space, and then you find out, oh, just like all of America, it's built on the graves of people who aren't white. I'm astonished. So anyway, and I know this is definitely not at the same level, but all the people like this who move into our gay neighborhoods, buy up all the property, jack up the mortgages, and kick us out, price us out, everything. Like, no. This is the same shit where it's just like they want all the spaces and we have to go start over somewhere else, try to build community somewhere else. And then they get their bachelorette parties together and come into our gay bars and they're just like, oh my God, can I take a picture of you two? You're so cute. We are not lab animals. We're not in a zoo. We're not cute. We're tired of your shit, Kelly, Ashley, Sarah Beth. So if they want to move to a fucking little village, let them. Let them. I'm glad for it. See ya. Trash takes itself.
So they're trying to break ground on a whites-only community in Springfield, Missouri, as early as this year. Not literally in Springfield, Missouri, but adjacent. And they hope that they can build one of these cities in every state in the union. It's called the Return to the Land Initiative. And my brain keeps breaking every time I say return to the land out loud. Because there's nothing about white people that screams return to the land. White people can barely go camping without crying. And I'm trying to understand the whole return to the land sentiment there, because it sounds eerily similar to return the land or land back for indigenous people. And after that Jubilee episode recently with that one white guy saying that white people are Native Americans, and he truly believed it and people clapped for him, I'd like to see them build this white city. But I would like them to not use any inventions made by any person of color or any immigrant. Like literally everything. Even down to the types of pets that they're allowed to have, actually. Because we don't want any immigrant pets. They have to be from America only. It's just bothersome to me, as a person who is white, to see other white people be so fucking stupid. And the fact that they think that they can actually put one in every state. It's mind-boggling to me. At this point, I'm just starting to feel like any person who is not cis, straight, heterosexual, white, or male, you can't be all of those categories. I think we should just leave. Everyone just fucking pick up, give up, and leave. And let them see how horrible it actually would be. This can't be my reality.
The folks building up that white-only community in Missouri are very funny, because if you know your history, you'll realize that it's going to collapse upon itself. It's going to fail. And I really feel like they're going to notice that it's failing whenever Becky's trying to make burrito tacos and she's really fucking it up. And they'll find somebody else to blame at the end of the day, because these people have insane egos and are just extremely racist. Like, the thought of maybe my ignorance and my stupidity led to this failure is too much for them. They can't compute it, because for centuries they've been telling themselves that they're better than because of the color of their skin, because they're white, they're pure, they're God's gift to earth, you know what I mean? And their whole existence depends upon having their ego stroked by society. And if you don't stroke their ego, they're going to lash out, they're going to wild out. Like, And it's because they don't have any kind of culture. They don't have anything to really cling to besides whiteness. Because a lot of white people have lost their culture as a result of coming over here from Europe. And because they lost their culture, lost their heritage, they're always trying to infiltrate black and brown communities and take what they can and bring it back to them. You know what I mean? Because it's like they see that our communities are built on love and care for one another. And white supremacy doesn't allow for that. It drives for individualism. It drives for you not to care about anybody but yourself, because you're trying to reach a level of white supremacy that'll allow you to not give a fuck about anybody, that'll allow you to be extremely superior. White supremacy doesn't just mean supremacy over black and brown folks. It's supremacy over other white people as well. Because capitalism is one of the things that really holds up white supremacy and allows it to function and run rampant.
Hot take, I don't have a problem with them having a white-only town or community. They have one already in Arkansas. It's a members-only community, and they're thinking about doing one in Missouri. But see, my only thing is, if you guys are going to do it, you need to do it the right way. Like, why stop at a town? You need an island. You know, somewhere you can escape the horrors of woke people and colored people and gay people that want basic human decency and equality and justice. Like, ew, you know, somewhere far, I don't know, maybe the Epstein Island, you know? Since Trump did say he was a terrific guy, I think it's only fitting that you take your king with you and, you know, build the walls. You can keep all of us colored people and woke people out of it. And then that way you guys can live in the 1950s freely without us bothering you. But I don't know. That's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I feel like you guys need to think bigger. Like, why would you want to be in a country that is so diverse? You need an island.
To the white people that are like, oh my God, this is crazy. To that whites only town in Arkansas or Missouri, whatever backwoods fucking town or state it's happening in. You do realize right now in 2025, that's what the Trump administration, MAGA, a whole fuckload of white people are operating on. They want this a whites only country. You're just surprised because these motherfuckers in that town are just saying it out loud in a way you can't turn your face away from. But Trump and his administration in America as a whole for centuries has been saying the same shit. I'll continue to say this. We are in the middle of a reckoning for white people. All of us. And I fucking hate Trump. If you followed me over the years, you know I fucking despise that man. Been talking about it for years. Been talking about white supremacy nonstop for almost 5 years. But I cannot separate myself from that as a white man in this country. But this is just, there's no surprises here. None. When you have a government that is sending out ICE to kidnap immigrant men, women, and children, put them in American concentration camps, when you have a police force that frequently murders black men, women, and children, when you have a government that continues to fucking destroy indigenous communities, when you have a government that pays for the genocide of the Palestinian people, when you have a government that has a white supremacist hand in Congo and Sudan and Haiti and all these other places across the world that causes death and destruction, when you have a government that is making their sole focus to destroy anything that involves diversity, equity, and inclusion, deleting black, indigenous people of color from historical archives, talking about how black history is divisive. Like the list goes on. When you have a government that runs off this idea that there's a white genocide, or that the white population is at risk of being destroyed. Like, this, they are trying so hard to make this a whites only America. But the thing is, white people won't believe that unless another white person is like, hey, we're making a whites only community. Then it's like, oh my God, this is bad. No, black, indigenous, people of color have been telling America this for literally hundreds of years. There are black creators, indigenous creators, creators from other communities outside of whiteness every fucking day that are on this app telling the truth. But you won't believe that it's racism or white supremacy unless a white person purposefully tells you, hey, we're gonna be super fucking racist and build a white supremacist town. Then you're like, oh, that's okay, it is real. Listen to black, indigenous people of color. They tell you the truth. They know us better than we know ourselves.
Good morning, peeps. So, I see these posts about somewhere in bumfuck Arkansas, they're creating an all-white town. Only white people. Woo! And some people are making videos saying, oh, black people are upset about it. Ah. And the black people are chiming in saying, no, we're not. We don't give a fuck. If all you racist incels want to start your own town, great. Have fun. Do what you got to do. Truth is, a lot of towns in rural South are already mostly white anyway. Those people fucking have been inbreeding for years. They're all a bunch of inbred incel fucking yokels who fucking they're spoon-fed fucking bullshit from Fox News and OAN and Newsmax and they're the fucking ones that fucking keep voting Republican, even though the Republicans are fucking been robbing them blind and fucking them over for fucking decades. How's that working out for you, West Virginia? How's that working out for you, Arkansas? You elected Sarah Huckabee Sanders, fucking, whose only qualification was she can, lie to your face with a straight face. Pathological liar and a fucking grifter and a thief. She's robbing you guys blind too. So please let us know where these towns are. So if we're ever on a road trip, we can make sure to not even stop there for gas. Because chances are you don't want to be there. And I saw a post with somebody making a good point. They've tried this in the past before many times. And the same thing always happens. It's just a fucking cult. All the predators are going to rise to the top and they're going to start doing terrible things to kids. In about 6 to 10 years, somebody's going to escape and say, yeah, I was a child who grew up there and my parents and the people of the town abused me. So it's just a bunch. They're just terrible people. Because the people that have that type of mindset do those types of terrible things. And, you look no further than our president. He did terrible things too. And we all know he's on that list. So whites only towns, yay! Have at it. The master race. If you people think you're superior, then how come only stupid people subscribe to it? The orange fucking monster is living proof that whole theory is just a bunch of bullshit. So do what you got to do, white people. And everyone else, have a good day.
I really don't think anyone should be surprised by the fact that a whites-only community is popping up in Missouri. Racist white people are going to do racist shit, okay? Especially in the current political climate. We saw this last time when Trump was president. The racists felt emboldened. They kept doing more racial bullshit. There's plenty of stats for this. Go look it up yourself. You're a grown person. That being said, we know how it's going to end. All right, this is the same as every other cult that has popped up, because I do genuinely believe that racism runs so deep in people's minds, it indoctrinates them like a cult. Especially in white communities, because white parents pass down white supremacy onto their kids because they just never learned white patriarchal society. But it's one of those things that, and it's not excusable. That is not an excuse. I'm simply trying to say where it comes from. It's why so many white people talk about deconstruction, talk about going through all these things, because especially if you grew up in the Bible Belt, in a a Bible Belt small town, that is part of deconstructing from leaving a white town, a small town, is, oh fuck, everyone I knew was racist as shit. Though that was all racist shit they were saying. I do not feel bad for the adults one bit. They are full-grown adults. I don't give a fuck. They've been shamed. Look, they have been so successfully shamed out of society for their racist-ass beliefs that they genuinely believe they have to set up their own community. That's beautiful to me. The only thing that I genuinely feel remorse for in the whole thing are the kids. We know how this is going to end here in 6 or 7 years. There's going to be a hell of a documentary about this, about all of the child abuse and all of the sexual abuse that is going to happen in these towns. That is the overwhelming factor that always happens in these white nationalist cults, is massive amounts of child abuse that the parents are going to cover up. The parents will never admit to putting their children around predators. They will never even come to terms with the fact that they are best friends with predators who are openly going to prey on their own children. They don't genuinely give a fuck about their kids. They never have. They never will. They just want to be racist. That's the end of it. They have no culture to protect. They have none of that shit. No, they just want to say racist shit and homeschool their kids and keep them racist and indoctrinate them. So we see exactly how this is going to play out, because it is played out this way in every other Christian community. Predators will rise to the top. The women and men around them will protect them. And here in about 6 to 10 years, you'll see a survivor come out saying, a kid that was born before they got into the cult. The kid that remembers life being kind of normal before their parents went off the deep end with Trump. Those kids will eventually come out and go, yeah, no, there's a ton of sexual abuse going on. There's a ton of child abuse. There's a ton of spousal abuse. And it's going to repeat because we have not successfully done a good enough job in getting these kind of people out of society. And that's the truth. They are so arrogant to their own actions, because it's not ignorance. Ignorance is more of, I'm doing things and I don't understand the consequence. They are blatantly doing things and ignoring consequence. That is arrogance. There is all the literature in the world you can read, or even listen to, or just engage in to break those cycles, and they refuse to do it. They're just going to keep the white quota going. And that's their goal at the end of the day. They want to maintain that power structure. They want to maintain that some white dude is on top of power. And that's what they want. So no, this, as disgusting as it is, it's not surprising in the least bit. Look at the current climate we are in. They are going to be trying to do this more and more because they feel emboldened. They know the government's on their side. They know that the entire controlling government is currently on the sides of racists and pedophiles. So of course they're going to be emboldened to do these awful things. Unless someone is going to go down there and stop it personally, it's never going to stop. We would need multiple John Browns at this point to even attempt to stop what is coming.
Oh, let them build a white-only community in Arkansas. They'll find out. They'll find out how bored they are. I mean, without Mexican, indigenous, black, Asian influences, like, what are they even doing? Like just eating mayonnaise and listening to country music, I guess? Like, I'd be really worried about the kids in that community, though, right? Like, they're going to become the entertainment in an evil sort of way. But other than that, just let them have their experiment. They'll find out.
A whites-only community. I keep seeing stuff across my Facebook feed that says that all these places are making white-only communities. And y'all, I am so excited. I don't know about y'all, but I am so excited because I can't wait for these raggedy bastards not to be in our community anymore. Yeah, no. Make your racist ass community and then take all y'all's asses there and stay there and don't come out and, croak or whatever y'all are going to do while y'all are there. Whites only community. Get the fuck out of here. No, but no, I hope that works out for you. I hope that's exactly what you do. I hope you make this big community of only white people who hate all other colors and people that don't. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell goes through y'all's mind. Being racist is weird. Y'all are fucking weird. I can't imagine not liking someone because of the color of their skin. Like, I'm white, and there's hella white people that I don't like. So yeah, no, that shit's weird behavior. But hey, no, more power to you. I hope your white community really works out. I hope y'all go there, y'all stay there, and y'all don't ever come the fuck back out here ever again. All right, y'all have a good day.
when y'all made that all-white town in Arkansas, how did y'all expect black people to react? Did y'all want us to like riot? Did you want us to like burn the city down, protest? How did y'all expect us to react? Because the reaction that you're getting is clearly not what you were looking for. Because if that would be the case, you wouldn't be trying to open up a whole nother city just like Arkansas. You know, we've been excluded from places pretty much for generations. So why the fuck would we care about being excluded from a town in West Bumblefuck? You're acting like we can't go to Miami or LA or fucking Atlanta. Bitch, we don't give a fuck about Arkansas. I ain't never even been to Arkansas, and I have no intentions on going there. Like, what the fuck? And like, think about it like this though, like, y'all not even just excluding black people, y'all excluding Jewish people, you know, people that could possibly look just like you guys, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all trying to exclude y'all own people too at this point. So what y'all thought y'all was going, where y'all thought that was gonna go for y'all? You know what I mean? Or you trying to rage bait us to see if we gonna get out our body? I'm curious to see what kind of reaction y'all were hoping to get from us. You know what I mean? Because we don't really give.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how black Americans, they have come out and respond to this white only town. You know, this white only town, these people, they thought that after building this white only town, the people who are really going to suffer, or the people who are will become upset, it is the black people. But black people, they have been telling them that no, in fact, we are happy you are creating your white only town, and also you are showing us who your true color, who you really are, because this is a racism. Yeah, this is like, these people, they are showing their racism live. And also, I don't know how comes American government, it has really allowed to have this racial separation, because this is racial separation, and this, it may lead America to divide itself. And the government does keep quiet, seeing their fellow white people creating their white only town in a country whereby it is a mixed race country. We have black people, we have Indian people, we have Latinos, we have Mexican. This country, it is a mixed race country right now, even if the white people, they are the majority, but it is a mixed race country. So for you going ahead and creating white only town, which means also the other race might come out and also try to also create the black only town, or they will create a Latino only town, Mexican only town. So you can also see this kind of racial separation that the American, it is allowing in the country. But black people, they have no problem. Black people, in fact, they have been trying to tell them, we can help you to create the wall, so that you guys can stay in your white only town and leave us alone. Because what black Americans, they want in America, it is the safe place for them. It is they need a safe place for them. They need to be to stay freely. What black Americans, they want in America, it is a safe place for their children, a safe place for them. Not each and every time the police knocking in the black neighborhoods, knocking in the black in the black doors. Not each and every time when there is a violent, the first suspect is always being a black person. That it is the reasons to why also black, they have been trying to help these people to create the wall, but only the wall. But you can see this white only town right now, it is falling simply because these people, they don't have black labor. And we know how these people, they cannot build, because the people who build America, it is the black people. The black Americans are the one who build America. These people, they have been depending so much to the black labors. But right now, it has also become difficult for them to build their white only town, because they don't have strength. Yeah, they don't have black power to help them to build, and that's why this white only town, it is falling. And also, black Americans, they came out and told them, if you are creating your white only town, kindly guys, don't use the black inventions. Now, don't use black invention, use white inventions. Yeah, this is one of the things also black Americans, they told them, because if you are creating your white only town, why are you using the black inventions? Why are you listening to hip-hop music? Why are you listening to the reggae music, to the R&B music? Why are you listening? Because those are part of the black inventions. So you should not even suppose to use the black inventions in your white only town, because they have clearly come out and say they want only they want white only people, which means they want their country to be with the white culture, only white culture, but not any other culture in there. So you can see, so this white only town has been falling down, and right now you can see they've started to beg help from black people. I don't know how these people, they are going to survive without black people. You can imagine in America right now, if black people, they decided to move out of America, what it will America be? If black Americans, they come out and say, no, let's move out of this America, this country will fall down. The American will fall down, because the black people are the one who are pushing the economy. Black people are the ones who are developing, are doing more development. They are building, the ones who build America, and they are still building America. These people that have been depending so much to the black people, not only the black Americans, also you can see these people that have been depending so much from the African country, the black countries in the Caribbean, that have been depending to them so much. This is to tell you that these white folks, they cannot do without black people. They can't. From the falling of these white only towns, it shows you that these people, they cannot do without black. You can see what happened when these people, they recently voted for deportation. They are farmers, they voted for deportation, and the people who are helping them, they are immigrant people. So after voting for deportation, and these immigrant people decided not showing up in their farms, these people, right now they are crying. They have been also begging black Americans to come and help them in their farms, simply because the immigrant people, they are not showing up to help them in their farms. So you can see this trail that these people, they are depending so much from immigrant people and black people. They are depending so much for them. So kindly guys, you can also share your thought on the comment section. Tell me, what do you think about how these people, they are right now seeing their white only towns going down. So let me just read a few comments here and see what people they have come out and say. This one saying that, for real, we don't need a town based on any race. Racism is just nonsense. Exactly. Racism is not the government coming out and allow these people to create this white only town. This shows you that America, it is still a racist country. They're still practicing racism. But I know the American government, they cannot allow black people to create their black only towns, but they are allowing their fellow white people to create white only towns, but they cannot allow for any other races. This was saying that all of you all can move away. We don't give a damn. This one saying that God's wrath is coming, already started. Yeah, God's wrath, God's wrath is coming. It is already started. This one saying that, hello the white guy man, he is so funny. We loved you. This one saying that, who cares? Kansas school ranking placing it near the bottom of 45 out of 50 state that says everything low. This one saying that, who has missed them? No one but their parents. This one is saying that, praying to God for real miracle. This one is saying that, I remember year ago when Trump said he would date his daughter if she wasn't this daughter, cause she was attractive to him. Wow. So you can see this one is saying that, I see you later, by MFKH. This was saying that, Ankansara among the state with the highest poverty rates in the USA. Often listed in the top 10 for overall poverty and child poverty. Source from 2023 and 2025 place Ankasa poverty rate between approximately 14 to 7% and 16 to 3%, with child poverty around 21.37%. Overall poverty ranking. Ankasa is frequently listed the top 10 for state with the highest poverty rates. Yeah, so you can see Ankasa, it is listed. This one is saying that, who really cares? This one is saying that, you so-called intelligent people, have you real divided and conquer there? So you can see these are the message from people who are really coming out and say how these people, they are creating their white only town in Arkansas. But I'm so glad to see this white only town, it is falling apart. And if the government will still keeping quiet, we'll be seeing racial divide in America, whereby there will be a state for only black, there will be a state for only Indians, the Mexican, the Latinos, the those one we did there's no need of that to happen in America. So kindly guys, you can also share your thought on the comment section. Tell me, what do you think about this white only town, which it is falling apart in America. So kindly guys, thank you so much. See you on my next one. Bye bye.